excited to get out there for the first official practice. You've been able to work with the guys?
Yeah, we've been in our individual drill segment, and we've been doing that since school started. But first, full team out here, so we're excited.
We talked to a couple of the players about your philosophies and approach, and I think they said, like Reese said, he thinks they'll see it as it goes along. How important is it to set the tone in terms of what's going to be different right away or over time?
Yeah, no, I think you do it, right away. And, the way our style, our tempo and everything, I wanted, guys for it to be second nature to them when, February rolls around. So it's going to take some time, and we're going to set that tone right away.
Was it special for you driving to work today? Feel a little different than other days, or you done it so many times?
Yeah, no, just the parking spot. It's pretty cool. Sure beats having to go to the parking garage, but yeah, that's about it.
What has been the biggest change for you these last couple months?
Scheduling, fundraising, those are the two areas that I never, had anything to do with it. So that's been an adjustment. Hasn't been necessarily a bad thing, but we're going to do some things different when it comes to scheduling as well. And actually, this year we're going to. Tim Tadlock picked up the phone, and something happened with his third weekend, and I said, "We got FAU," and he's like, "Well, let me jump in." I said, "What are you talking about, Tim?" He said, "Yeah, we'll just jump in, we'll just wing it and go old school and play, everybody." And I'm like, I called Mac down at FAU, and I'm like, "You got a problem with it?" He said, "No." So we're gonna have a nice little round robin third weekend, and that's kind of what we want to do. Is the first weekend, play a solid team, and then gradually those non-conference weekends, ratchet it up a little bit with the competition.
I know you spent a ton of time on the road when you were an assistant. Now that you're a head coach, will you be able to spend that kind of time?
Yeah, it's the same. My guys getting processed, that took a while, so that was a rough 30-something days for them to get processed. But again, a lot of it now is when I get down there, I'm watching kids during the day, but nighttime it's the booster side and meeting with different people, and it's good, and that's part of it, and we got to have it.
Some of the players talked about the changes you're going to make in practice, maybe a little more tempo. Just what changes are you making to the way practice is handled?
It's going to be faster. Everything's going to be faster. I want the guys to be in great shape. In order to win the psychological battle, that's part of it. And I'm not saying we weren't in great shape in years past, but I think we can do better with that. And the speed of the game and stuff like that, I want to really constant pressure on whether we're pitching or whether we're offensively. I want constant pressure on the opponent.
What's impressed you about your staff so far? Getting to actually work with them as opposed to just knowing them.
The work ethic. They've always, again, when you're out and you do it for as long as I have, you know who works and who doesn't. And sometimes, unfortunately, guys get to their dream spot, if you will, and that work ethic diminishes, and these guys don't. They go out and grind, and they sit through all the late games, and they never take time off. They want to go, and you have to.
Have you seen the uptick in recruiting you kind of hoped for that you spoke about during your introductory?
Yeah, we the 21, 22, and 23 classes we're really rolling. The 20s. That's a tough one. We're going to do a little stop gap, if you will. Some junior college kids on campus, and probably do it. We have to do it that way for right now. But every class after that, we feel very comfortable with where we're at.
You had said previously too that you want to be more aggressive on the base paths. When you looked at, you were in Omaha this year, in Michigan and Vandy, they're so aggressive. Why do you think that's so important in today's college baseball game to be more aggressive on the paths?
It just makes everything. That relentlessness of here they come again. They never seem to stop. Whether it's drag bunting, taking extra bases, hitting and running. Not that I want to bunt. Y'all know I don't want to do that, but I do want to drag bunt and do things that force teams into mistakes and them to feel that pressure.
Do you also see in the MLB, it seems like home runs are up, the emphasis on swing plane to try and get the ball out maybe over average. Do you see that trickling into the college game at all?
Oh, it's here. Oh, yeah, it is. And we do. I buy into it. I'm not at the expense of striking out. We want to avoid that. We're playing a college game, and obviously they make more mistakes on defense in our game. But I do agree with the attack angle and launch angle and all that good stuff.
Who's going to be responsible for pitch calling during games this year?
Jimmy will, yeah. Until I get mad. He's got full reign over it. There will be times I'll go to the mound if it's something defensively or the body language or something that needs to come from me, then I'll go out. But Jimmy, I'll make decisions on who's coming in. But as far as all the mechanics and all that, that's all Jimmy and pitch calling and stuff like that. So, and we can pitch. That is the theme this year. We've been really, really pleased with our arms this year.
Sure, sometimes, even though you've been on the staff, so it's a little bit easier, I would think, to transition. But just a new head coach, sometimes, kids not necessarily, this isn't the guy I signed for. How's that transition been over the last few months?
It definitely helps. The kids, they know me, I know them.
Yeah.
And so it does make things a lot easier. They have to see a different side, because they've never been here before. They don't know exactly what it's like. And, I've cleaned out a couple lockers already. The guys are going to, do things the right way. Like I talked about back in the day, the whole core principles of the program definitely are not going to change. We're going to do things right.
Florida State was at the top in walks in the past. Do you see that changing? Because I know you're talking about not taking in fastballs on the
Right. No, I don't want that to change. Walks win, on base percentage wins. But I think you can have your cake and eat it too, and that's what we're striving to do. I never want to get to where it's white and moving and we're swinging, like we're in a hurry. But at the same time, there's pitches that we're not going to let slide anymore. At least I'm try.